All right. Well, nobody else has anything to bring up. Welcome, everybody, to Dungeons and Dragons.
Windows update. Update. It's going to restart. It's going to restart.
Benjen, would you like to sum up for us?
Also,
there is a crying child in one of the jail cells. So that's the ambience that you hear in the background.
Its mom just got sliced in half.
So overall, we had no real. I mean, it was pretty uneventful overall.
Yeah,
All
happened.
took place in one room. We overthrew the prison and we did kill the member of the League, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
The member of the League and the majority of the guards.
We didn't kill the member.
Specifically, the dragon.
We did not kill him. He got jumped by 100 people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's not on our hands.
We overtook the majority of, whatever it occurred. We overtook that prison, and that I think was the overarching theme. Now we had, in addition to that, a bunch of other things happen. Amber is aware that Martha jumped in the fountain.
Yes.
I am not aware of that.
Well, she had said it, but you have no idea what she was talking about.
Like what? And so I found 9,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds, which no one else knows about. And I guess we all found the armor and the magic stuff and all that kind of stuff. We did have one thing that you were going to tell me about. We found a scroll of teleportation. We all were able to choose +2 armor, and then there was an unknown magical sword.
Yes.
Which you were going to inform us on.
Because you were attuning to it.
Yeah, I decided to attune to it before
identifying
it. Spend some time there. Other than that, it was a pretty crappy situation that ended up not as bad as it could have been.
It could have been much worse.
Could have been ultimately bad. Yes. Matter of fact, I don't know of a situation in which we should have ended up in a TPK.
Oh, we called Martha went safe in the well?
Yeah. That was messed up, but Benjen doesn't know about that.
No one, Riven didn't see Martha jump in there.
What did you say? It's like,
I was like,
throw your weapons.
Throw your weapons in the well, and I'll be in there.
Yeah. Amber, what do you remember from that?
No, what? No.
That was a distraction. It was a total ruse. So in case you got captured, like you did, you would not be disclosing where I was at. See?
Oh, that's right. You were. Yeah. You were visible.
I was invisible the whole time. She can't tell.
Until you took the ever-smoking bottle out of your pocket, then there was quite a bit of visibility there.
There was a ton of detail that I left out, but that was the gist.
Sure, yeah, no, it was a good summation of the events. So, you hear the shouts of many angry people who have been released from their prisons. The guards are being beaten and pummeled and just trampled and cut up by these angry citizens who you have released. And it doesn't appear that there's any real leadership in here. It's just kind of pandemonium. Everything is being thrown aside. People are trying to find food and things to eat and drink.
Is there enough?
There is not enough. You would know that.
Yeah, I'm sure some...
Ka was left behind to clean up the bed and breakfast.
Yes, I told him to watch the bakery.
Yeah.
It's keeping the bakery safe.
Using his bar of soap to clean things.
So
I honestly, I know we have a goal here, but we better come up with it real quick before people just start leaving.
Yeah. Oh, good thing they drank.
Martha, your plan worked fantastically.
Did they drink the water?
There are people who are running
Yes.
over to the cistern and they're like scooping
Bathing.
mouthfuls into their thing and passing it around. So yes, people have started drinking the water.
Are they passing out?
They're not yet.
Or are they high?
They have
Yes,
not passed out yet.
Good.
But
That's drug infused water.
We don't know that though. You never told us that.
I told Riven.
yeah, that was
I
your
mean-
plan that you guys had made like right outside or whatever. So
So I don't know about that. So we're still going through things, cleaning things, trying to keep, I guess the half-orcs, we're going to let the half-orcs get out of here. We're not going to be able to control them for sure. Right?
they're
Or are they civilized?
They are civilized, but they became more feral in their imprisonment, which is, they were obviously not very happy with their lot in life.
Were they citizens of Ithon?
It is assumed that everybody in here was a citizen in Ithon.
Okay.
You haven't pulled anyone aside to ask
No,
them.
I'm
and
busy
you are turning to your
looting.
sword.
Oh yeah, I'm looting. I am very not healthy.
Sure.
So I'm finding a clean corner, bathing myself. Oh yeah, I probably drink some of the water. Yep,
Yeah. Go ahead and
I
make
do.
a Constitution saving throw.
because nobody tells me. Thanks, guys. Hashtag thanks for watching my
I
back.
was busy looking at the remnants of cutting people in half.
Oh, don't worry, I got a 9. I'm gonna be fine.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Do I fall asleep or do I go high? You get high first.
you do fall asleep,
Okay.
but it's not like an instant like you're standing up and fall over.
Yeah.
You suddenly all of your muscles begin to feel extremely like heavy, and
Yeah.
you get drowsy, and you crawl over to like the nearest soft thing, which it happens to be like the foot of one of the dead guards, and you just kind of put your
Ugh.
head on the foot and are laying there on the ground.
Okay.
And in the center of this place where the water is, there are now probably 30 people or so that have all kind of like fallen asleep in this area. And they're all in heavy, dreamless.
Gonna go to the restroom since I'm what we need it.
So, Martha and Amber, or Riven, what are your characters doing?
I
I
will-
am attuning to the charm of Macabre.
Okay. You're spending your
And
time.
So my focus would be, amidst all this chaos, would be just like start with being dead.
Okay. That sounds good to me. What would you like to do, Martha?
So Martha's going to try to not let everybody leave. We're going to try to at least pretend to secure this.
So there is
Prison.
only one entrance
Yes.
and one exit. Are you posting yourself at the front so people aren't
Yes.
rushing out?
Yes, I'll be calming them down so they
Okay.
can. Okay, we'll wait until everybody is gathered up
Certainly.
so we
So-
don't disclose that the prison has fallen so they won't come here and recapture all of us. I specifically says, so we don't get recaptured. Do you want to be back in the cells?
Sure. So there are, like I said, there's about 1,000 people who are probably in this prison area, and it's very crowded, and they're all trying to move about and do things, and you have quickly gone over by the entrance, and there are people who are trying to flood out. So you try saying that to them. I'm going to need you to make a dog strangle check.
You're gonna need to make a stick it up the butt check because they ain't
persuasion.
listening. Yep.
Persuasion. Ooh, that plus 12. Plus 12. Oh, yeah, because I'm going to
You got plus 12 this time.
13! 13!
Oh, that was fantastic.
13!
You rolled a 1 in Amber.
It's a 13 plus 12. Plus 12, right? It works.
The kids listen to you. And there's like a domesticated cat that's like, it doesn't listen to you, but it does it anyway. It's like, because it wanted to stay. Oh, that's fantastic.
Totally 13 now, right?
This is going exactly according to plan.
Oh,
Oh, I love
it's
it.
perfect.
Oh, brother. How long am I asleep, Benji?
Hold on, we'll get to you. So, people are...
It's a 13.
Yes.
1
So you
plus
go,
12.
you go over by the entrance, and this large crowd of people begin pushing their way past you as you, no, stop, everybody, stop. And people are just streaming through and around you. You are almost picked up and carried and almost trampled because you aren't moving with the crowd, but there are many people who are leaving the area.
I'm gonna do. Let's see.
This would have never happened if Ka was here.
I'm going to do burning hands. And
Yeah. Wall of fire.
oh gosh, why would you do this?
Let's see what could scare them.
I have my carpet rolled up, right?
Yes.
And I'm kicking it.
Yes. You retrieved your carpet once Benjen said that it was gone.
I just didn't see it.
Right. Yes.
Yes. No.
Let's see. How do fairy fire as people are rushing me? So I just gotta scare them. Ah.
In that case, I'll give you advantage on your roll.
But what if, like, that's like the one person they just killed with their bare hands was a magician? That was pretty good.
30.
30. Yes. So people like begin streaming past you, and you illuminate yourself in these like purple harmless flames, and several of them draw back. One of the people who has found a sword comes forward and, it's one of them spellcasters. Are you going to try and stop him because he's about to push his way forward and attack you?
What armor did you pick up?
Well, nobody's put armor on yet.
No, yes.
No one has donned armor.
Okay.
You get to either pick +2 chain, plate, half plate, or any kind of leather.
Right.
I'll put that on afterwards. But
yes.
I'll take. I'll let him hit me, and I'll try to grab the sword.
Okay. I rolled an 8.
19.
So, I'll need you to then for this you'll have to do like a dexterity check to see if we'll do a competition dexterity check to see if you can wrestle the weapon from him.
That'll be dex saving throw or just a dex check.
Just a dexterity check.
So 16.
16. Yes. So he goes to stab forward, but it's a very like clumsy, slow stab compared to the people who you have fought, who have been much more trained or much more vicious. This man is probably a farmer or something and is not trained with the sword. So he stabs forward. You twist to the side and grab his wrist and pull it back, and his hand is forced to release it in the pain that you're putting his hand through. And you have his weapon. It is a longsword.
Yep. Then I would change into Badma and start speaking in Badma's voice, saying, "Listen here, we are not disclosing that we've taken over his prison. Since you do, like I said, do you want them to come back here and grab all of us?"
No, we don't want them to come back. We just need to get out. We need to flee. We need to head to the free lands.
Where's the freelands?
South of Ithon.
So,
We head south, we go around the city. We should be able to skirt it. We might be able to even head into the city, grab our belongings, and head our way.
Nope, just go straight south.
No, but we can't all leave at the same time. A mass group of people leave at the same time.
You hear someone from the back. I'd like to see him try and stop us. Yeah, there's more of us than there are them. We could take them.
Didn't they stop y'all by y'all in prison?
They took us all one at a time. It was different. Now we've got a force.
A force that I can just grab this sword out of their hands.
Well, he's got a good point.
He's only got 2 hands.
What do you suggest then?
We clean up the prison, hide the bodies, and if you want to escape, we do small groups at a time, escorted by guards away.
I don't know. What do you think about that? I just want to get out of here. We were starving. We've been in here for weeks. there's been people who've been taken from us, and
Some of them have been there for months, right?
yes,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I'm sleeping.
we just need to go. They've been trying to move us from one prison to the next, and we've been waiting our line to get tried and convicted, and it's all just a sham anyways. We need to just... This is the worst. We don't want to be in here a minute longer than we have to.
Then you have to, right? So we're gonna wait and slowly release people, so you can go into prelims and be safe.
So the people are like gathered around, and some of them are still like whispering back to the others, and they have stopped running out, but you're not sure how long you're able to hold them at bay. Riven was attuning to the charm.
Ooh,
Explosion.
that's a really bad idea.
Riven, you get the sense that this gem can be used to affect the behavior of people who look at it. If you take it in your hands and spin it in front of anybody who's able to see it. So you choose a target and you begin and you speak to them, and that is how you activate the gem, by spinning it while keeping eye contact with them. And so it's anybody who can see the object and hear you they have to have a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail it, then they will have to obey your command for the duration of the spell of it. So,
So am I actually able to attune to something with the curse or whatever that's on me right now?
yes. So you have, yes, you are able to. Have you tried using any more magic?
Like anything magical?
Okay, yeah. So I'm assuming you're gonna like reach out and try thaumaturgy, like light a
Yeah.
torch or something. So reaching out, you do find the connection to your infernal power again restored.
Hey.
So whatever the spell was that he had cast on you has worn off. Your carpet would also obey your commands once more.
So what I would like to do then is actually get on my carpet. I would like to scoop Benjen up, put it on my carpet, and go up to where the big light is, and just kind of take a look around.
Okay. So he is unconscious.
Like a sleeping baby.
That doesn't help me.
There's the room with the water in it is full of unconscious people and also dead people. Guards that were...
But Martha's good to go?
Martha is by the front door, and she has a semicircle of people that are looking at her as she's got her hands up, like holding everybody at bay in front of the only exit to the entire place.
Oh, you see Badmon.
But yeah, you see Badma, and you put one and one together, and it's definitely Martha.
So I'll just fly up by myself then, but I'll fly up kind of...
She leaves.
Oh, Benjen's sleeping. He's just tired.
So yeah, you go up.
I'm like amidst all the dead people.
So the carpet casts a heavy shadow over the area as you get closer to the light. It's a single light source, and it's not incredibly large. So it begins getting dimmer, and people are beginning to look up at the carpet as you go near the ceiling. So people have spotted you, but that's it. What would you like to do while you're up there?
I just want to survey the area for anything that might be of value and or concern. And then also I'd like to see if there's a way to like find something to replace my thief's toolkit. If there's anything along those lines.
You'll have to, because it's kind of chaos beneath you, there's about 800 people who are moving around doing things in this small area. So I'll need you to roll investigation check with disadvantage. Oh, do you want me to roll that for you? Do you have your dice? You have your dice.
Yeah, I got my dice.
She's gonna roll like 820s tonight.
I think my Maybe my luck.
Why did all 20s? That's not.
I don't know. It's just, I mean, it had to happen eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. 19.
I bet it's a 19.
6. And my modifier. What did you say it was?
Investigation, yeah.
So 10.
Oh, your proficiency would have increased.
Yep, 11.
Oh, yeah, so 11.
Oh.
Because your proficiency bonus went up because you all leveled up at the end of last session. So, yeah. So looking as much as you can through the belongings of the people who are there and obvious locations where there might be something that you could use, you are unable to find anything that could be used as a lock picking kit or even a thieves tool kit. Like, there are things in a thieves tool kit that you might be able to use, like, but it's not a complete kit. It's enough to maybe disable one trap, but there isn't specifically the fine needle points that you require for picking locks.
Okay. Do I see anything like of like grave concern when looking around the area?
What do you mean grave concern? There are a lot of unconscious and dead people.
2 of which are your friends.
That doesn't bother me as much.
Like,
Reverted back. She reverted back.
Yeah.
Like,
define
people
grave.
coming, should we be prepared to attack or defend ourselves?
You can, looking around, you can you
You're
feel
just resting.
confident that the threat of the crown has been eliminated. However, the threat of the people who were held prisoner and kept in cages and starved and sleep deprived might be a little crazy. So that might be one concern.
Okay. Are there any, do I see any, like, obvious magicians or wizards or anybody that is doing anything with magic?
All of the magic users have the collars around their neck, and there's maybe 20 or so people who have those collars around their necks, but they aren't doing anything magic related.
How did we get the other one off?
We killed the guy that
Put it on.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, we killed the lead guy who they killed. Can they take those off? I'm sleeping. It doesn't matter.
Benjen contemplates this in his dreams.
Yeah, I have a sweet dream about it.
So, Martha, the people seem restless, but they are held at bay. Is there anything else you would like to do other than keep the door?
Do they seem like they're gonna just start to like kind of cover up the fighting that just occur, or
Some people moved to go start picking things up, but it's really crowded in here, so unless everybody gets back into their very cramped and crowded cages, they're not going to have really very much space to meander.
how much room is it? Like instantly when we leave the thing, it instantly breaks the dome. How far out of the prison?
The threshold of the doorway is where it transfers from inside to jungle or forest on the outside.
Can we start breaking down the cages, maybe? Let's see.
You can certainly try.
Yes, that's what Martha would suggest.
All right.
Break down the cages so we can have supplies to set up low tents or something.
All right. So
Low tents or something. Yeah.
you say we should break down the cages.
I like it.
They are made of metal.
Martha will run by with
Oh.
all of them.
They're like, oh, you killed the.
So, are you going to leave? Like tell someone to stay in charge of the door to stop other people who couldn't hear?
Can I see some the group of orcs, half orcs?
Sure. Yeah, there is one or two half orcs there at the front.
That seems like they're listening to what I was, or kind of.
They were definitely paying attention as soon as they saw you do magic.
Okay, so I would say, are you with the plan of trying to keep everybody here so we don't all die?
You want us to keep people inside here?
Yes. Don't hurt anybody. Just kind of suggest that it's safer for them to stay here until we figure something out.
Well, what do you think of that? I think we can do it. Alright, but you better come back here. We need someone who can cast spells and magic to keep us safe.
So that's why I'll go around helping breaking down the cages so they can start setting up areas to sleep.
Sure. So there's a group about 20 or so people who are following you and are listening to your instructions. So it's not gonna take as long to cut everything apart, but it is a process, and and you're the only one with the tool capable of doing such a thing. So you get set to work. Benjen, I need you to roll Constitution saving throw.
Where's
Okay.
Benjen at? Where's
It's just rolling an 8 plus 16 plus, sorry, 8 plus 6, 14.
14.
14.
You are still sleeping on the floor.
You don't see him asleep?
Yes, yeah. When you had said, "I'm going to go get Benjen," you flew down and found him
And
sleeping.
then said, he's probably okay.
Okay, well, if I feel like there's no threat, that I'm like no immediate threat, then I'll probably, I would actually like to scoop him up and take him over to Badma and see if Badma has a healing potion or something to help wake him up.
Okay,
She knows how to reverse it.
are you going to attempt to wake him up, or are you just gonna like pick him up, like smack him in the face?
I'll just smack him on the face.
All right. You do wake from your slumber, Benjen. There, and Riven is standing above you.
What are we floating on the carpet?
You have 1 point of exhaustion due
Okay.
to the amount of poison.
What happened? I was awake and then all of a sudden I just got really tired and fell asleep. Is this my blood?
Oh, did you drink the water?
Oh, you're over by the cages.
Yeah, you're not there. That's it.
Yeah. Everyone around you looks
Okay.
asleep.
So I have my sword, and do I have those diamonds?
Oh, yeah, you still have your
They totally
bag.
picked mine. Just
Okay. Where's Martha at? We gotta get out of here. This is a wreck.
I was in the middle of telling him a story, and I literally just told him the password to the carpet, and he fell asleep on me, so he didn't hear it.
I don't believe you. There's no time for joking. We've got to get out of here. The plan was a complete failure. Let's get Martha, and we got to get out of here. I really think that we should just leave Ithon and perhaps we should gain some support in the free cities.
Yeah, I agree. I see no value added right being in this prison right now.
Well, we let Martha have her fun. We need to convince her to come with us. I say we leave now.
So Benjen, in his head, thinks that he's talking this clear, but he's still a little groggy.
Like,
And-
I told you to get milk and cereal.
No, he's saying all the right words. They're just very slurred because of the effects of the poison. That's all. That's the only thing I wanted to add to that. So, but Riven is able to get through it. She has spent her time with drunks and
Benjen.
and with Benjen, so he gets what he's saying. All right, so are you going to move to try and find Martha? You do hear the metal clanging and scraping of cages being ripped apart and people. There's a lot of people talking. So
Well, we wouldn't have known that. No, she and I, Riven and I, didn't know that that's how she had freed everybody.
Right.
So,
but you hear metal, like very
yeah.
loud screeching metal sounds.
Amber, I think we should go find. Should find Martha and start with that noise.
Yeah, I just saw her. She was over by the front, so
Well, let's get her and get out of here.
see what kind of plan she's devising.
I don't think we should listen to her plan.
Totally
I
worked.
don't disagree with that.
I almost died again
Totally
in
worked.
prison.
Martha didn't get touched.
Okay. So
But
do we
Martha
find
is
her?
fine in both of those bad situations. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you go over to the front, and there are two half-orcs that are by the entrance, and they're talking with the people and telling them that they're waiting for the sorcerer to come back and tell them what they're supposed to do. And then you fly over on your carpet.
Looking like a sorcerer.
Right.
There's another one. What are we supposed to do, sorceress?
He's talking... Yeah, he's talking to you, Riven.
I giggle.
He's one of the ones that they were listening to Martha?
Yeah, one of the half-orcs.
Oh, I say whatever he told you to do. He'll like that. So say whatever he told you to do, that's the plan.
All right. Very well, then we'll stay here. Are you going to help him deconstruct the metal cages?
No, I'm not gonna do that, and I would advise you guys not drink the water.
But we're thirsty. Aren't you thirsty? Oh, yeah, I'm really thirsty. So what do we do if we're not supposed... If we're not...
There's food, you could get some liquid from there.
Let everybody leave. We don't need to be staying here. It's not sanitary. Lead everybody back. Lead them all to the free cities. What do they say?
Is it... What are we supposed to do with this one, sorcerer? Is he one of yours?
I cast I have the spell, I think. I cast Word of Radiance, yeah.
So, a bright, holy illumination
Yeah.
flows forth out of Benjen, and people like ooh and ah, and like they back up a little bit. So now there's like a figure 8 break in the.
I step out off the carpet with my boots of levitation.
Oh yeah, you did.
Hands out, like, and cast Word of Radiance from both hands. Leave! It's time to leave. Flee to the free cities.
It's a sign!
Don't go back to Ithan. It has fallen.
People begin streaming out of.
Martha's like, no! Quit it! Stop!
Martha does see a bright light illuminating the front, and Benjen stepping down.
Yeah.
Like
Stepping down. I'm
right,
floating.
Floating.
Oh! Riven's
In
probably
the air.
pissed.
Yeah, so people are streaming out of the tent, and there is there's 2 people who, while all this is happening, says, Benjen Yara, is that you?
I look down.
Yeah, they're like beneath you, and you recognize a man named Plinth.
Okay.
And a group of people who were with him. They weren't a member of the Allen Arrow, but they were some of the guards who frequented your establishment.
As users?
As users, and well, a couple of them were just like the baked goods.
Describe Plinth to me.
Sure. So he has now he has a shaggy oily beard that goes down just slightly past his shoulders, and he's just stringy and curly red hair that is very unkempt and matted, and he's quite pale. He's a pale, curly-headed redhead man, and he is probably he's roughly about 6 feet tall. He's very thin and lanky, and you almost don't recognize him because normally he was wearing that leather and chain armor combination of the old guard that used to be in the city, and he has since lost a lot of his muscle since that time. So yeah, he's below you.
Do I know who it is?
Yes.
Plinth! The word of radiance stops illuminating. What are you doing here?
Oh, you floating off the ground. Come on down here.
It's a long story. It's crazy down there. Plus, it smells like you.
It smells like us, that's for sure, yeah.
Hey, it's really not safe in here. You need to get out of here.
Well, obviously it's not safe in here. You think we chose to be in here?
No, but for crying out loud, you lead the people to the free cities.
If we're
The kingdom is a mess from Ithon all the way up to the Bastion of Olms and probably further north than that.
oh, I could have told you that.
Well, it's time to leave. What are you staying here for?
Well, Python's me home. I've been great here for my whole life. It's just things really went downhill after the last war.
Well, I'm telling you, I don't think it's going to be getting any better. Leave.
I'd say things really got better just now. You want us to head to the
I
prison?
look over at like all the Ithonians like cut in half by Martha's sword. I'll be honest. I don't know how bad it's been over the last 3 years, but it can't be. It cannot be worth it. We need to leave. Everybody, we're leaving to the free cities as well. Perhaps we can incite some kind of revolt with the help of the free cities.
You want us to get inside Ithon to get a revolt, or you want to go to the free cities first and then do that?
Well, look, I'm not going to be telling anybody what to do.
Well, you're telling us to go to the free cities.
That's for your own good. You stay here if you like.
You're not staying here, that's for sure.
But you're such a contrarian. You said you just wanted to stay here.
No, I didn't. I said this was my whole life I was here. I didn't know quite what options are on the table. That's all I'm saying.
Look, obviously, if you get seen back in Ithon, you're going to be put back in prison. If we've seen anything from the League, they keep good records. You're going to get put in prison again.
Oh, you bloody league.
Why don't you leave it to other people to put things right? You can come back to Ithon later. But have you been to the free cities? They live better there.
I never.
The kingdom is fallen. This is an old government, lost and forgotten. There's no one good up top. It's time to free everybody. If there's no one there to lead, if there's no one there to rule, then they'll fall.
Well,
We need to go to the free cities.
If we're going to be tramping through the jungle, we might as well be dead.
There is a road from Ithon to Warminster.
You want us to head to Warminster?
It is part of the free cities, yes.
Well,
Is a Roll of the Red there?
he was.
He was. If at all possible, I want you to look for a man named Roll of the Red. If you can't find him, look for Thrain True Silver or something like that. He's a
True
dwarf.
silver. Well,
Yeah.
he sounds like a dwarf.
I'm pretty sure Thrain is actually from the Lord of the Rings
It
trilogy,
is,
so
yes.
I forget the name, but you need to go and look for him. He's got these bangles on his arms. From what we can tell, the free cities are doing very much better after the war.
Thorman.
Thorman. This isn't good. Look at you, brother. You're thin as a rail.
I'm not sure I'd be able to make it. It's just all of these people. That's a lot of mouths to feed. A lot of dangers in the jungle.
The jungle is full of game to eat and water to drink. What do you think's going to happen if you stay in Ithon?
Well, you
How
rolling the dice, that's for sure.
How long is it going to be before you're back in prison? Look, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not the leader of anyone. I barely can keep myself alive.
Yeah, you kept yourself alive the last 3 years. You look right fit for the duty.
I don't know if you'd believe me, but I'm worse off now, financially, spiritually, and to be honest, I have less friends than I did 3 years ago.
Well, we've all lost some friends over these past 3 years.
Well, there's no argument there. But I'm not staying here in Ithon.
You
This
can
is
be
an
heading to
evil place.
Warminster then.
I'm heading there, yes. If my friends will...
Riven gets bored of this conversation and flies off.
My friends already left.
Do you fly out the entrance or do you go over to Martha or do something else?
Is the entrance door open?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to fly out.
People are streaming out already.
Right. People part as you approach and they allow you to move out. So you move out into the jungle. It is the evening and people are kind of like staggering, trying to find their way through the dark and they're just kind of pressing ahead. There's a lot of people out here, maybe 100, 200 who are just like wandering around in the dark because there's no light.
Do I see any water? Like, is there a water source?
You'll need to make a survival check
Ooh.
to find
Okay.
water.
Survival. 13.
13. You like through the many people who are staggering around, and with your dark vision, you do see that there is a small stream that is moving just to the north of your position, about 100 yards away. No, you can't see that far. 150 feet away.
So, lesson learned. I'm really tempted. I want to go drink it right now. But I take my time and go back and tell Badma. But I want to ask if water is good to drink or not.
All right, so you fly back inside and go to Martha and ask her that. Martha, you are cutting up cages.
Where's everybody going? Why? I thought I told him to. What's going on? Why is everybody leaving?
Oh, yeah, we found water outside, so everybody's just going to go drink that. But I just want to make sure it's good to go before we drink that.
I only poisoned the one in here, so.
Alright, cool. So whenever you're ready to roll, I'm going to be out
Let me tell you something about groundwater.
you say that, and a few of the people who are around. You poisoned the water in here.
For the guards.
The old women and children are like falling down by the stream.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too much stuff was happening at the time.
Do I overhear this?
You're still speaking with Clint.
Okay.
No, there's two
Okay.
people.
It will just knock you out. That's it. That's only sleeping.
You put the drugs in there, man.
I'm telling you, just sleeping.
Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah. Got it.
So,
Half truth.
yeah, Benjen, you gather from your conversation that Plinth is going to attempt to lead the people off towards Warminster, heading around the city to avoid it at all costs. But
I'll go with them.
okay, you're gonna head out.
Yep.
All right. Can you see in the dark?
Negative, but nope. But I
You have a
will.
torch. You can get
No, I don't have anything with me. They
Oh.
took everything with me. I assume there's a lantern in here.
There is.
I will take a lantern. It's pretty easy when you have nothing to keep track of
So-
your goods. There are 4 things that I have.
So as people are all leaving, I'm trying to go to the front. Like, why is everybody leaving?
Yeah.
Where's
They're just streaming out.
Let me know when I hear either of my allies.
So,
Oi, what's going on?
as soon as you step outside, you see the lantern off in the distance and Benjen walking ahead. Riven is by Martha, and she said the water was safe to drink. So, what are all of you doing? You see Benjen, who has the only lantern that is moving out ahead.
Is there anybody? I tell everybody, find lanterns, find something warm to keep with. Don't drink any water, but clean yourselves off. You're all filthy. It's unhealthy. If there's any food rations, let's go ahead and find those. Get all the weapons and all the armor that you can. I'll organize as many people as I can. I don't know what I would roll, but I'd go into my what did I call it? Flank sergeant. But I said it was an ass sergeant. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I enact my role as a military man to organize as many people as listen. People that fight against me. Hey, you should go. You should do your own thing. We're going south.
Sure.
Done.
So, because you're the only person with a lantern, a lot of people are moving.
Are there no
towards
other
you.
lanterns?
No one has yet walked out with them. A lot of people were just straight going into the dark that you couldn't see where they were going.
So I'll organize maybe in a clean area of the area proper, and then begin telling people strip them of their get all the supplies you'll need, right? So any wagons, any horses, I don't think there are any, but there were at least 25 swords. Get daggers, get weapons, armor, anything. Clothes, anything you can. Boots.
Okay. I'm gonna need
Food
you.
supplies. We're leaving. And I
This-
think we're leaving without my party. This has gone very bad.
So while you're doing this, I would say history or an intelligence check just to see how well you are able to organize this motley crew of survivors and refugees.
Okay. Just check.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on. I have some stupid thing now with my new skill. If I, what is it like?
With your Garmon.
Remarkable athlete? No, indomitable. I thought maybe it's something else. I can add my bonus. Maybe it's the next level. Whatever. Oh, don't worry. I rolled myself a 2 + 1. But I would like to use. Oh, that's a saving throw. Well, yeah, that's what I will do.
So yeah, you. I mean,
I have like one old lady and a kid.
no, like within reason, but it's still very disorganized, and it's hard for you to answer the like hard questions that there are to answer. Like, what do we do with these kids? These old people are sick. Like, what are we gonna do with them? You like, I'm not sure, but all I know is right now what we need to do, the basics. We need to get as much food as we can. We need to get as much clothes. We need to clean ourselves off. We need to. And so you're doing like the basic survival skills, but long term.
Skeleton.
Huh? Yep.
Hey, look at him smile.
The Trail of Tears.
Look at that
too.
redhead. I know.
So,
Hey, Rob. He was eating this rock. I just was gonna throw it out. So he don't eat it no more.
yeah.
Hello. So yeah, I don't, and I guess I'll wait for Riven or somebody to ask me what's going on. But
Sure.
we out.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask, do I see the torch and do I see Benjen with it?
Yes. To both of those
So
questions.
it looks to me as if he's organizing a party.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm immediately upset that I'm not invited to be a part of this party, so I put out his link picture.
you're speaking, and suddenly, one of the half orcs comes up and says, "We found water to the north. We could take the people there." And then the light snuffs out.
What the? What?
I'll run back in and grab some more lanterns.
Yeah,
We
go ahead
need
and
to
do
get
that.
off.
Well, I still want to be inside the prison right now. We want to get everybody outfitted and cleaned and everything else. But yeah,
Alright.
again, I'll start trying to like relight it. What's going on with this thing?
Yeah. So.
And that's over to 20.
All right. Riven shows up.
Hey,
and-
Riven, I've been just like we discussed. I'm organizing a party. We need to get out of here. I think we need to leave to the free cities. Take as many of these people as we can. I mean, worst case scenario, there's a meat shield between us and whatever's out in the forest. Best case scenario, we save us a few hundred people.
And then Martha's still pushing her way through.
Yeah, so Martha, from what you have been able to do with the cages before stopping and trying to figure out what was going on, you were able to break down enough cages for people to have like metal clubs, like maybe 40 or so metal clubs that you have fashioned from the bars that you've cut.
So I want to ask Benjen if there's any rhyme or reason to how he's organizing these people. Like, are you putting them like women first, children first, men? Like,
Yes.
Are you kidding me? No, we don't have time for that. Look at these are simple folk. These are farmers and barkeeps. We need to.
I don't disagree with that, but there are some that have collars around their neck that I'd like to preserve and not have at the very front of the pack.
Well, I don't think that they're going to be tracked. But have you tried to remove any of them yet?
No, because I've heard that trying that they might die.
How did the? Do you remember how Evendur's came off when we killed the guy who put it on? Was it did it just fall off, or did you have to pry it off?
I think it just fell off.
Did it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
it just like clicked.
And these didn't. These haven't.
These have not.
Hey, look, that's fine, but I think we need to go. At best, we might have an hour before somebody gets wise to the escape.
I think
Yeah,
Martha.
I agree. I think we should.
Martha
go
should have
behind
pushed her
and
way
just
up
start
to them now.
trail.
Yeah, Martha, you
I
should
think
have.
we should keep those guys back towards us.
What's
Martha?
going on? What's going on?
Are you Badma or Martha?
Badma.
I shake my head. That was the single worst plan that I've ever had and heard in my whole life.
What's your-
Everything fell apart.
Why are they all leaving?
I told them we got to get out of here. We are not prepared for this.
We are not prepared to lead eight or 1,000. She's making a big number now.
Yeah.
Just
Look, between you and me, I've already told you the best case scenario. These guys act as a shield between us and whatever's out there. I'm telling you, we don't have any business overthrowing Ithon.
so you're going to use these people as meat shield, and would your
Of course not. We're going to free them and go with them to the free cities.
And I turn all of them, knowing that this is overheard.
Yeah.
Listen, some of you will die. I wish you all the best. You can go back to Ithon. I'm going to be heading to, and I assume most of them would have seen the fight or the battle.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I will be leaving to the free cities. And you're coming too, Riven, right?
Yes. I'm
And
going.
So I say, me and my friends will be leaving to the free cities, and I turn and look at Badma.
And do you think that letting them all go at the same time would be beneficial for us to?
Yes, absolutely. What's
Well,
the...
because frankly, even if they all go different ways, then that's going to throw off.
But then, if they get captured, they all know where we're going now.
Well, it's a race against us in time. We do know that there's a forgotten city halfway between here and Warminster that Mesa left us. We can stay there.
Sorry.
Who knows? Maybe my portable hole will still be there.
But
Look, I just simply am saying, I understand that your man Ka is back there in Ithon, but we don't have any business being here. This is beyond all of us. Evendur is gone. We've lost on a regular basis the fifth member of our party.
Was it the fifth or fourth? Went to fifth.
okay.
The fifth member of our party. We're doomed.
Is there anybody that's heading back to Ithon?
Yes.
Concern call.
Yes.
Oh shit.
God, Benjen. She asked you.
What was that?
Is your concern call not being able to meet up with them?
That's what I was trying to see if anybody else, it was heading back to town to see, then give a message to call.
Well, what if we just did the small contingent to go back there?
They'll probably definitely get captured.
Us included. To be honest, Ka's probably the safest there. What is he going to do? Is he going to stay there forever until you return?
Oh, if I heard people.
That wouldn't be the worst in the world. Look, I understand that there's not an official war right now going on in Ithon, but that is actually what we're at war. Make no mistake.
Really? No.
Well, this is above all of us. Look, I love you, but this plan was doomed from the start. We should have died. I should have died again. It would have been my third time. We need to go to the free cities. We have enough to live lives outside of the kingdom. Consider it a blessing that we're already so...
Think of Pat to never make a plan to just.
I have a hard time believing there's any use to coming back here ever again.
Look, and I tell Martha and Riven when we can get it privately. When I was with Sayune, whatever her name was, I had a vision of the twin sword and a chest of gold. There's enough there for all of us to never worry about this place again. I know that we all have things we're wondering about. Riven wants to know where her father is. Is Haven alive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. She was cut in half. No.
Yes, exactly. Totally unceremoniously. Riven and Haven would like to know where their father is. Yeah, I understand that you've got the dark past yourself, but this is not worth it. These are sunken costs. We should leave. We can be adventurers in the free cities.
Free cities,
Let the
but
kingdom fall.
let them fall, but they're gonna definitely go toward us too. They're trying to remove all magic.
The free cities have defended themselves for centuries. It'll be fine. Why do we have to stand at the forefront of all of these turning tides? It's not our responsibility. I was a baker, and not a good one. I didn't make a lot of money.
The drugs maybe.
Yes, and it didn't make us much money. And to be honest, nobody should do drugs. It's what ended us here in the first place. I question everything about myself, including what's going to happen to me when I die. There's no reason why the three of us shouldn't buy a castle on the edge of some cape somewhere and forget all of this. We could buy enough men and build high enough walls that no one will ever bother us again. We could be safe forever. We can put word out for Ka and for Evendur. We need a base of operations, some of that's free of the king and the crown. It'll consume itself.
True. Martha.
So Riven's going forward with that because I think for me to kind of like regain, you know, my thoughts and my priorities and all of that, and kind of like get a team together to start researching what's happening with my dad or whoever. So I like that idea.
Riven, for the first time in, how long has it been, Riven, since you were a slave?
How long has it been?
How many years?
It's probably been like 8 years, maybe.
So for the first time in 8 years, my best friend, my longest friend, was found in chains again. Was found in a slave again because we tried to change something. This is bigger than all of us, Martha. And we need a better plan than get him. We could have all died.
I think next time we should discuss the plan before.
I laugh, and I'm not totally in agreement with you. I do not think we don't have a high enough. We don't have anybody placed high enough up. We don't even know what's going on. We've been gone. Granted, for us it's only been a few weeks, a month, but we have been gone for 3 years.
Well, I guess that's true.
I pull out the map of the three cities. Pick any place on the coast. Let's go there and forget everything here. Half these people that are with us, they can serve us in a castle. You could be the queen of a new city. Forget your family.
I don't think we should be walking this big group.
Look, I'm totally with you. We can put Plinth in charge. We can leave at the very least convenience.
We're basically leaving all these people to their death.
If they go to Ivan, what do you think's going to happen?
But it's a group of people, 1,000 people walking the same direction.
How many are gonna go with us? Do we know? They're getting ready.
It appears that there are more people who are convinced that they shouldn't go back to Ithon than those that have just wandered off into the darkness.
So, look, is it them you're worried about? Because
Yes.
I'll be honest, I'm worried about 2 people.
I'm worried about them because we freed them and now we're telling them to go to some place with
We
no
can-
protection.
We can leave them here.
I was gonna have them go slowly out so at least they have a higher chance of surviving in smaller groups rather than all of them leaving at the same time.
Are you worried about them being noticed?
Yes.
Do you want them to go to the free cities, or do you want them to go back to Ithon?
Where I don't care where they go as long as they are not in mass groups. That's the only thing. I was trying to hold them all in the prison until we supplied them well and then we send them off as small.
Well, we'd already
Caravan.
established that there's no supplies here.
But at least we can do a couple of days of just groups every hour or so. Sending
Oh,
them.
I believe that there will be a guard coming back here. Riven and I agreed that there's going to be another guard here within the next hour at least.
Okay, next hour we can take them all. We can take them out as they come in. They have to go through the same door we came through. But now that everybody's already disperses, we have to leave now.
I'll be honest, I already think we fulfilled our responsibility. These are not our people. This is not our war. They have their freedom.
But this was the only way that I could have gotten to the people who hurt my family.
What plan do you have to fix any of that? Can't you just let it be?
deep breath because Martha's like, this plan is ruined now. She's like,
I was just carrying it out to the nth degree.
Martha's like, nah, I can't go back to the plan I had, so we're gonna have to run now. But now she's trying to figure out a way to get a message to call. But other than that, says it's already done. It's already done now since everybody's already out.
No,
So-
nobody. Well, there's several. The majority of the people are staying here. They've done nothing yet.
No, but there's still people dispersed. She's like, it's already. There's people. They're gonna get captured.
How many people are here with us? You said the majority.
The majority.
Yeah. 800?
You haven't counted.
Yeah.
So she already assumed once the bottle leaked, someone's gonna get captured. It's already too late. This plan is a scrap. We're scrapping this.
No, listen, I understand your frustration, and I'll help you in any way I can, but yeah, I honestly believe this. The safest place, the safest thing for us to do is to leave.
So, okay, so we'll say we'll leave in.
Do we need to go back and get Ka?
Oh,
Benjen suddenly feels someone pinch his bottom, and Haven walks back up. Oh, there you are, husband. Can you believe I've been dealing with all of these people? Am I supposed to keep up this act of being a noble lady? Like, at what point?
No,
is
you're
this
terrible
supposed
at
to-
it for starters.
I think
Noble
I'm a
women,
natural-
noble women do not pinch.
Butts out in the-
Yeah, I don't know what the fancy word for butts
Bums,
is.
bums.
Bums.
Well, I would say a lady can do whatever she likes.
Hey, look, do you have anything against to go into the free cities?
No, this place is filth. Everything that I was working towards, of course, is going to be continuing in my absence, I'm sure. I have a few lieutenants who are doing their own thing, making sure that the operation continues in my absence.
So, okay, out of game, reality is we're in East Germany. We
Yep.
need to go to West Germany.
Yes.
The Allied forces
Yes,
will take care of East Germany and give in sufficient time.
But yeah, Martha's got the plan's already scrapped for Martha, so she's like, we're gonna have to leave. So
Can Haven go get
I'm
word
gonna.
to Ka?
But she
You
was,
want me to go fetch the dragon, man?
But she was already captured, so they already know her. So yeah, it's just gonna be just. I'll figure out a way to send her a message later on. That's
I
all.
think
Do you have
underestimate my ability to move through the shadows.
do you have the hat of disguise?
That's called.
Do you have a way to make me look like a guard?
No. You wear guards.
Can you make me invisible?
Yes.
Do that, and I'll go get him.
Listen, I would be more than happy to go get your dragon, man. I left my belongings there, and I would like to retrieve them.
We can have her meet us at the free city later on.
Yeah, I don't know. That's maybe Riven's call.
What do you think, Riven? We've been together for longer than we've been together. Do you mind if I go into the city and go fetch this dragon, man? While you
Looks
head
like
to the
she's off.
Oh.
A little box down at the bottom.
south? Ah,
Oh, left call.
well,
Disconnected.
She agrees.
Riven would be uncomfortable with that decision, but if you would be willing to cast invisibility on her, she would be willing to do it. Or Benjen, if you wanted to argue that you wanted to do it as well, that could work.
Whichever.
I'm gonna say Haven can go if Riven is fine with it. But right now the only thing Martha can think about is okay, we'll do a short rest and Martha's gonna find any evidence of the League inside this prison, and then she'll be ready to leave.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
just we're gonna ransack this whole place to find any. She's gonna pick up any documents.
Yeah.
She's gonna pull up any documents.
So, are you going to also spend time arming everybody with like metal cudgels? Like, if you cut up all the bars, everyone will definitely have at least an iron rod
Yes.
that they can take with them.
Yes. I'll just do that. She's gonna pull up all documents, any documents she can see. Just round them all up.
How do you get back in?
I have that re-adder.
Dun, dun. Invite. Okay.
Yep, and then we're gonna, while we're doing that, I'll probably have set people up so they can keep watch. Any guards come through, take them out.
Okay.
The half orcs or the orcs. Anybody that comes through as a guard.
Be more than happy to take out this lot.
Yeah.
Well, so everybody who's outside, we're gonna have to bring them back inside, don't we? And there is definitely more than a handful that have left us.
They're gone. Just.
Way to go, Benjen.
And any guards that come through, take them out. Leave no survivor.
This is the kind of leadership I can take. Good man. Good man.
That's the.
Oh yeah, she still looks like
Yep.
Mad Man.
So
Amber, can you hear us? Because I think
Amber,
you are.
can you hear
Okay.
so that's what we're gonna do. Gonna gather all the documents. Oh, are you fine with Haven going to get caught?
Or what?
Are you okay with Haven going to retrieve Ka?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. You're casting invisibility on her?
Yes.
If we can trust her to come back for sure, but
When you say when you say we're going to free cities, worst come to worst, meet us there.
Right, that's always the backup plan. And she heads off. Invisible in the darkness.
Dun 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 dun.
So you have organized
Each one of the squares is how many miles? Your octagons?
a day's worth of travel.
All right,
so
guys.
32
1, 2,
miles.
3 days. We can do it.
Not we if
On
we're
foot.
Yeah, if we're traveling
So-
with the 800, it's gonna be slow because it'll be.
Oh, we're not traveling with them.
Yeah.
They know where we're going, and do we leave?
Okay.
So after an hour.
Yeah, you spend.
How many are we traveling?
It's just going to be your group, and then everyone's going to be like slowly meandering behind as a.
And I make it very clear. Hey, look, I wish you all the best of luck. We are not staying here. We are going to be traveling at a very fast pace. We wish you all the best. There is a road. We have traveled it before. We'll see you, or maybe not, in Womans.
That's about right with the role that you had to inspire.
But these roll. I mean, like, which are better odds than they've had in a long time.
Yeah.
This place is forgotten.
Yes.
Unless
So
Helm comes down and tells me to do something different, I'm done with this place.
Is that carriage out there? The wagon. Because they get brought in a wagon.
Very good point.
out by the main road. Well, they went on foot, didn't they?
No, they went on the carriage and then we got close to the thing and then they jumped off.
That's right. Yes. When you get to the main road, there is a wagon there with horses attached. There are also some people who have snuck up and killed the one person who was there waiting for the people to come back. So they are on the wagon getting ready to leave.
Great. Oh. They probably need
What's in the wagon? Do we know?
It was mostly just for prisoner transport and like basic supplies for the reef, like bringing in like maybe like a night's worth of rations of food.
All right.
Well, if they already have the wagon.
So I pass out.
Okay.
I passed out before I could attune to the magical sword, I guess,
Yes.
because I would have been more thirsty. We get on. I do get dressed in some studded leather armor.
We did spend an hour just
Healing.
No,
Cutting up bars,
Yeah.
and
getting everyone armed.
Ugh.
And by the end of it, you didn't cut up all of the cages, but enough of them to where you were able to give everyone like at least a metal rod that they could use.
Cut the cages up so they can't ever use them again. Or make it hard for them too.
We don't have time. I've already got a lot of the cages already.
All right. Okay.
Yep, I'm
Okay.
the
You
rest
got a
of
whole
the time,
process. You
Yeah.
got to start at the top
Yeah.
so it doesn't collapse on you when you're cutting it.
Yep, the rest of the time she's just pulling documents into her bags.
Yep.
Just
Yeah, so there are a number of places where there were documents that were kept, and you're just grabbing as much as you can. You're not really. Do you want to specifically look for something, or are you just grabbing everything that you can find?
mainly if anything that looks like it has magical stuff or league symbols or anything, that's the first priority. But if it's just random papers, it's gonna be in the bag. It's like
Okay.
if it's in the office area, in the bag.
Yeah, there are like 4 different locations, and like the drawers have all kind of been like tossed aside by people who are looking for weapons or food, but you do find papers, and there is a book that has the symbol of the league drawn onto it, and looks like it was placed in the member's personal area. He had a private place where he would sleep, and then there's also a desk drawer near him that had this book inside there, and it looks to be a journal of random like words that are all written in there, and they're written in the common script. You can tell there's probably some type of code that you use to break it
They are Germans.
to read what is being said.
Okay. Stashed away.
Yeah, you have that. Everything else you haven't really taken time to look over, but that specifically had curious workmanship on it. Everything else doesn't really have magic symbols that you could find.
Okay. And then after that, she should be waiting outside, waiting for everybody to be ready to leave.
We gone.
Sure. Benjen, Riven's there. Oh, you wanted to loot things?
Yeah, I wanted to loot things, but I also kind of wanted to talk to Benjen about maybe bringing a couple of people with us about like to have around. I really like the idea of having someone else to sacrifice in the event that we need to.
Well, the problem is that we plan to go to the whatever that pond is that has the treasure chest, and I don't want to be sharing it with anybody.
Oh, I have no problem killing people. Oh, you want me to be better? That's right.
So yeah, we'll just stab in the knee and let them
Yeah.
fall behind.
The reality is, you have to think that Martha's got a good point. A smaller contingency would fare better in a situation like this. As soon as we can, we send everybody on their way, and to Warminster, and then we peel off to the right, to the south.
I thought we could use a few more fighters though.
I don't know any of these men or women. If you're willing to find them, and by all means. It seems that anybody else that goes with us gets killed or injured or leaves.
Okay, I'm good with that. I just wanted to. Do we know how far away this pond is? Do we know where to go?
How far would that?
Or are we using Martha's guiding hand?
Nope.
It was me that had it.
From Ithon, it's 6 days into the jungle of scale, so maybe it would take you 9 days.
It is in the Free Cities, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the other side of the boundary.
So it'll take probably 9 days to get in there
From Ithon.
from Ithon.
And knowing all the creatures that we're gonna potentially come up against, we're
Yeah.
still good with keeping it just the 3 of us.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what we should do. Maybe we should just go to Warminster and buy a keep and be done with it.
Martha's waiting.
What do you say?
Martha's just waiting in case. She's like, oh, well, you said we want to leave, right? We had to leave now.
Yeah. So we leave with everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys
do
are walking on the road.
Yeah, do you want to... Are there any Well, what do you think, Riven?
I think we should bring some like big dudes that know how to fight and swing a sword.
How are we gonna feed them? We have enough food for ourselves.
Well, specifically, you left all of your stuff in your house
Uh,
for you and Riven.
Yeah, all of my stuff, but I didn't have anything. It didn't matter.
Oh wait, no, Riven didn't leave her stuff.
Yep. No.
Nobody did.
You and
She didn't
Haven.
have to either.
Yeah,
Haven
That's right.
did,
It was just Haven.
and I had nothing.
sure.
So I would say we would. I would rather have the people with the mass group have people to defend themselves. Then we can at least be a smaller group, and we can defend ourselves. So
I would normally trust Martha, but her last plan didn't go so well.
the
Martha
plan,
fared well.
the plan was to. The plan was to free the people. We freed the people, right?
That was not the plan. The plan was to free the people, kill the guy, make it so that nobody knew that we were there, infiltrate the city, impersonate the Baron, kill the Baron, and then somebody, I forget who, I think it was the guy, Grima, what was his name?
Cream.
So you're saying that?
Worm Tongue?
Are you saying
Tell
that?
him that it was going to be a woman,
Okay,
or
so-
he was going to be the League's king or
So you're saying
representative.
if we didn't
Darn.
release all
Yeah.
the people out into the wilderness, we would have. No one would have known.
Martha, I'm
So
saying
step one.
that I almost died again.
Yeah. Then you
I
made a rash decision of just releasing everybody.
I'm finished. I'm finished trying to save the world. This has been the worst 3 months of my life. How many months has it been? 3 months or something? I have died twice. I can't. What purpose are we? To what end are we sacrificing everything?
I already lost everything, so
Exactly.
I already lost. There's nothing left to sacrifice. So I'm just trying to complete what my parents would have wanted me to do.
And you've never exactly told us what that was.
I did last.
To kill Mathamelon. How do you expect us to get to Mathamelon? We almost died trying to take over a prison with one wizard in it and 25 men, 25 guards, that we outnumbered whatever 12,000 divided by 25 is. We stood no chance. How is this supposed to work?
Well, I don't know.
Me neither.
Well, I don't know.
I'm simply saying that we need a better plan. If we
I think
stay,
with that plan, maybe we need additional skill sets, additional people,
levels.
levels perhaps.
I think this is a level. This is like a level 20 operation. Look, if we stay in Hytham, what are we gonna do? What is the plan? What would you do?
The plan is ruined. The plan is ruined right now. So there's nothing we can do to recover from this. So we have to leave.
If I could do anything, I would, since we're close by, I would choose to try to find Mesa and the bears.
But I think that's the opposite direction of where the.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It's towards Warminster.
Let's see what this map looks like.
But it's been 3 years. I don't think Mesa will be around here in 3 years.
What is the weather like south of Illingarth Vale, along the coast?
There, it's forest. There's open fields. There's, it's a very temperate zone. It's not more. It's not as tropical.
What about the City of Miracles?
That is a very coastal city. It's so that city has very large, like religious centers,
Mm-hmm.
and their city is built around these large religious temples that are there, dedicated to different gods in the universe.
I've had enough of that. Let's. I
But I
say,
mean, like, it is a bustling city, so it's
Yeah.
not all religious. It's
look,
just-
we're in Ithon, right? Everybody else is going to Warminster, which is 3 days south. I say we go towards wherever that little place is that I found the treasure. We split it 3 ways. We go to Elengrith Vale and then I'm gonna buy a beach house on the coast, and I'm done. I don't. What else are we doing, man? I really. So not metagaming.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We can. Is not your parents' memory better served with a life well lived? We would have so much money we could remove your curse, restore all those years you lost.
But you think the League is going to stop at the border?
I think that the free cities are going to protect themselves.
Well, we have a difference of opinion. I don't think they'll be able to.
They've done it for hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years with not a order of mages that are slowly encroaching on the will of the people.
I'm not saying that we're gonna be free of battle and war forever. But what I'm saying is we have a good chance of living our lives in peace.
Living our life on peace, but once, so you're saying we're gonna live our life free, and then once we're older and decrepit, won't be able to do anything when the kingdom goes to the freelands.
Old and decrepit would be multiples, many years longer than I would live if we tried to fight the crown face to face. There has to be a better plan, and right now we don't have it.
Well, have all those people left already?
Oh yeah, they're all gone.
Well, I mean, you're discussing this while you're walking. You're flying, of course. They're walking.
They're
I'm
starting to
levitating.
leave,
Oh,
They're starting
He's
to leave.
he's holding onto the carpet and levitating along the ground.
I like to jump.
You're the only one to light though.
Oh no, everybody got lanterns. Yeah.
Yeah, there was. I mean, there's not enough for every person, obviously, but there's enough that
Look.
keep you moving.
What are we gonna do, man? Like, what would we do? Like, so we go. Like, what's the plan? Why shouldn't we just buy a keep and live our lives out in total, complete peace? Something that none of us.
About avenging his parents, her parents, right?
Yeah, but we can avenge your parents with a husband and children.
No. They.
That's an option. I don't think that's the direction Martha wants to go.
Nope, it's not. That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
But she does agree that you need to
Yeah,
regather.
yeah.
And
I know we have to leave. Like Martha's like we're gonna have to figure out something else. Right now the plan is to leave this place.
Yep.
I don't care
Yeah,
where.
we're going there, right?
Yeah,
We're leaving.
Are you moving towards the place that you know inside the jungle of scales?
You mean the ghost town? Or the place that I know?
The place that you know.
Yeah, I think we peel off to that side as soon as we can. I think that's
Okay.
our goal.
Yeah. Because the refugees are going to be going the opposite direction of you,
Yeah.
basically, but towards the south.
Yep.
So, yeah, you heading in that direction.
Right
Okay.
now Martha's basically saying, since my plan will work, we're gonna go with your plan.
Mhm.
And we'll see if your plan works.
Yes, my plan will be fantastic.
Going
Nothing bad will happen.
Going to
The city of bones.
City of Bones. Yes.
Is there a road that we can take to Alarnath Vale? Or is that?
And then Martha does say, I'm pretty sure your father is in the kingdom, Riven.
You've never
Oh,
traveled
yes.
the road yourself, but
Okay.
you do know that there is one that skirts around there's a small set of small mountains between Ithon and Ilongarth Vale, and it skirts just to the north, slightly through the jungle, and then through the forested areas that are just above it.
Yeah. Yeah, we look for that road and head off. I mean, I'm sure we set up camp as soon as we can. Maybe once we... Well, geez, it's still a day's travel south.
And it's
So I
middle
have
of night.
marked on this map where your treasure chest is. It's the little triangle inside the
Okay.
jungle of
And
scales.
it's the middle of the night right now, so we at least
Yeah,
have to move far enough away so guards don't
Yeah.
find us.
Can we move stealthily?
Absolutely, you can.
I have a +9. Do you want to hide our tracks and stuff?
Well, if
What is it you
Martha
want?
sits on the carpet and you levitate,
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
if Riven is okay with that, then you're not leaving
Oh.
any tracks.
Yeah, do you let Martha...
No, not Martha.
You got no friends, Martha.
What if she used the hat of disguise to look like Adma? Then
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I want Batman.
So childish. Like a teenager. I love it. All right. Yeah, then we leave. Yeah.
all right. So Badma sitting on the carpet, Benjen levitating behind.
I mean, to be honest, how many pounds can the carpet hold? 400?
Yeah, something like that.
So I bet you we could even take a long rest on the carpet.
Yeah, it can hold up to 400 pounds.
Yeah.
The three of you.
No.
Wait, no,
I'm
no.
175 easy.
No.
Yeah, no.
But it's, I mean, yeah, we leave as best we can.
Okay.
And Martha would be sitting at the back, looking like toward the direction of Ithon, just depressed now.
Yeah, it's like-
Which I respect. I
Yeah.
totally respect that. Yeah, I want to give
So
her a space.
actually, traveling by carpet, it will take the amount of days. It won't have to take 2 days for every day that you're in the jungle because you'll be flying over it.
Mhm.
So it actually would be really fast to
Yeah.
get there.
Hopefully. Well, I mean, I can't go on the carpet, so what is that?
Well, you levitate.
Yeah, you're just hanging on. So
Oh,
you
can
have
I
no
just-
weight.
Oh, that would work.
Yeah, we can pull you.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I'm like
Water skiing.
barefoot skiing. Yeah.
Hopefully
Barefoot
not.
skiing.
You can't barefoot
Yeah.
ski. You need to wear the boots, otherwise
Yes,
you don't
yes,
fly.
yes. And it's 60 feet, so it's faster, twice as fast as my running speed, so I could double move. What's your carpet speed?
60 feet.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. It's gonna be
And the boots don't. It works like a levitate spell, but there's no timeline, correct?
Right.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's what I do.
So your Heelys actually turned out to be pretty sweet.
Pretty dope. Thank
Um,
you, Riven.
You're
So
welcome.
because it's so late, you do, in order to get a full night's rest, do need to find a place to stop for the evening. So it would be either Martha or Riven, because both of you have dark vision to see where a good spot would be, and you'll need to roll a survival check, and it will not be with advantage because it's dark and it's night and
I have +2.
Martha would do it.
Let me look up the exhaustion rules.
after a long rest it goes away.
Yeah, but
You get disadvantage.
17.
checks.
Yeah. 17?
Yep.
Okay. Yes. You don't have to fly very far in order to find a clearing in the trees where there is there's a small waterfall that hits into this pond that heads off in a flowing river off to the south, and near it there is ample space for you to make camp for the evening.
Oh, and we did tell Haven that we were going to Walmster.
Yeah. Haven and Ka are both going to Warminster.
Let's be honest, that's the safest place for them.
They're right on the border of the.
Everybody that comes with us is killed, man.
They're right on the border, so.
We need to go get Evendur. Be done.
The vendor's right there too. The vendor's in Walmster.
Oh, we went to Walmart?
Yes.
He went straight there flying. He was moving
All
faster than
right,
you
all
guys.
right. So I didn't think that through. We'll go there afterwards.
So I volunteer to take the first watch because let me just give you some insight as to why I feel like I have some epic battle coming up at some point to either like save my dad or to have to fight him or something. I don't know what it is. So I feel like I need to get more hand-to-hand combat. So I would like to practice that while I'm doing the first watch.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
Yeah, you run through some fighting routines.
That's like the most utilitarian thing. I'm like, I want to cook donuts on my watch. Those are the choices I make.
Well,
Jeez.
someone has to take double watch unless we have a watch.
Well, we can. There's no reason why we can't take a 12-hour watch, right? Or 12-hour rest. It doesn't have to just be 8 hours,
right.
right?
But we're like too close to the. We're like right outside like the first day of the searching.
Yeah.
They might expand the search of 1,000 people leaving the prison.
So that's
Yeah.
paranoid, Martha.
That's paranormal. Yes.
You would also know there's a large group of people who, if they do start searching,
They don't even know where we're at.
are going to find.
No, that Martha is thinking like, oh, we can't, we
Yeah,
we have to run.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, so Riven,
I take the time to say this is what we're leaving. We don't have to run anymore.
We're in the middle of running right now.
But
We
once,
don't anymore.
and that's what I tell. It is over. There is nothing to run from anymore. We are free people. You can be and do whatever you want to do.
I actually can't do whatever I want to do.
Why?
I got stuff I need to do to complete.
You seriously need a therapist? I guarantee you, they've got some of the best healers in the free cities. Yeah, she's mad. I'm like, but perhaps there's something I could make. It's got to be some food I could cook.
Yeah, because she's like, oh, that seal is. There's definitely one up north.
The
That
seal?
That seal that she has to destroy
What seal?
for her patron.
What? I'm traveling literally with devil worshippers.
Yeah,
Worse,
yeah,
like
she-
it's
Yeah, she's like, all the stuff I need to do is up north. Oh, geez, we're heading south.
We're on the opposite direction.
Okay, yeah, she's like, okay, so maybe I gotta find somebody that work down south. Maybe I can get up north.
Hey, right now we can go there. We're gonna split the treasure 3 ways. We could all split our separate ways.
Yeah, no,
I
she
really don't want
she's
that to
like,
happen.
okay, I got money. Okay, I can pay people.
Do you have money right now?
She's
No.
like, no, that's what I said. She's gonna go. Okay, to split that money. I'll hire people.
Yeah.
To give me information up north. Maybe that will work.
So
she
Martha
should-
and Benjen finish their awkward conversation, and
She's
Riven begins taking her watch. And is there anything you want to do, like meditate or anything while you're on watch, or are you just keeping an eye out while practicing, Riven?
Mostly practicing physical hand-to-hand combat, and then I like to just kind of like run through my spells to make sure that I'm fresh on those.
Yeah, they all are working. They appear to be working for you just fine. You wearing so it's like it's a large like ruby necklace is what it looks like,
Oh crap, we're being followed. I forgot. Oh my
and
gosh.
the charm of Malacabra, and wearing it and feeling its connection to you. You, while you're running through your practice sessions, feel like you're being watched. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Did you mean to say perception check with advantage?
Nice try.
Oh man. Whopping 5.
Okay. So,
We're all put back in prison.
But now it's in like Hades prison.
so
Amber, do you remember who Malacabra is? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think she did.
Do you remember who Malacabra is, Amber?
I think that it's somebody that can take over your body if you.
It's the daughter of Despater.
Oh yeah.
That you made a pact with.
No, I don't know if that's what this is though.
Yeah, you do, because Evendur identified it. Oh.
Did he tell me for sure like everything that
Yep.
happens with? Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm cool with that.
I'll get a good description of the item for you. So,
But she has that piece of paper.
I have the description.
oh,
I
okay.
just didn't know it's Riven.
Yes.
So while you are running through your practice, and
She's the Duchess of Hell.
yes,
Yep.
you faintly smell
Our
like
demon's gonna
the
know exactly where she is.
you get the like there's this sulfuric like smell of like rotting eggs that permeates the area,
Oh.
and as you finish, you look
None helps.
towards
Yep.
towards the direction that you're
Exorcist.
smelling it, and there's a single imp that is like sitting in a tree, and he's just watching you.
None of us can
I just talk to
travel
him.
to
I just
the
say,
Oh my word.
Yeah.
She's gonna interact with the imp.
I'm gonna say, what do you need, Em?
Oh, nothing. I've just been sent here to keep an eye on you.
Who sent you?
Well, I'm sure that you would like to know the answer to that, but I am not technically allowed to tell you.
Well, keep a closer eye.
I mean, keep going. It's a wonderful dance you're doing. Is it supposed to be dangerous?
Oh
I
goodness.
prefer to have a partner to try this dance with.
Oh, well done, Amber.
Well, I'm not quite a dancer, but it is very
That's very
pleasant.
smooth.
I'm sure I'll be able to bring notes back with me.
So I actually want to. This is my first time I've tried to use the charm, but I want to try to use the charm to command him to flee.
All right, so you pull out the charm,
Awesome.
and you spin it, and it begins spinning like perfectly, like almost like fidget spinner style. Okay, I know that sounds silly, but like that kind of ease of movement in its holder that it has on your necklace, and then you start telling him to go away. What is the command that you're doing?
I just told him to flee and not report anything to whoever sent him.
All right. All right. the imp begins staring at like the ruby as it's spinning just rhythmically and like very hypnotically in front of him, and the imp's wings like kind of like flutter a little in their place, and he gets up and begins moving away from you, and then after about 10 or so feet you see this black space rip open in the world, and you hear this like the seal to the prime material plane is being ripped asunder, and it's wreathed in these like black flames, and the imp disappears.
No, Martha gets up for her watch. So anything you want to tell me? No, it's fine.
Yeah, he disappears.
Good job.
Nothing else really happens during your watch. So who's next?
Martha.
Martha, I need you to make a perception check.
Is there anything you disclose?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need to go ahead and tell Martha about that. I let her know that someone is watching us, and so I don't think we're in the free and clear quite like Benjen thinks that we are. Somehow we're being tracked.
Somehow.
Martha's like, I knew
I
it.
knew it. Yep. Yeah. I knew it.
It's like telling a hypochondriac that they have cancer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I knew it. Full time.
29.
29! Okay.
To kill Benjen.
You. Benjen does.
Yep.
You, during your watch, there are different creatures that are prowling through the night, and you guys didn't make a fire because you were trying to remain incognito. The sound of the waterfall dims out a lot of the other sounds of the jungle, so you're able to see a lot, but not much by way of noise. There are various predators that you see come up near your little clearing, and they sniff the area, and you having your weapon at the ready, they look disinterested in you and just turn around and walk away through the jungle. But it looks like large jungle cats. There is a large serpent that is near the waterfall area in a tree, and during the night you see like a woodland creature that looks kind of like an armadillo move over by the water, when suddenly the snake strikes out of the tree, grabs it, and then pulls it back up with it. So
You're fine.
you are surrounded by danger, but there isn't really anything that is apparently threatening you on your watch. So it's Benjen's watch.
I disclosed all the stuff that Riven told me, and obviously I knew it. I knew it. See?
When have you not known Riven to have somebody follow her? Have you seen the way she dresses? It's not what I would call modest. For crying out loud, does she wear anything that's not leather? 15 on my perception check.
You do notice the same snake
Okay.
in the tree.
Ugh.
Yeah. It gives you the heebie-jeebies.
Can I? Is it close enough to shoot?
Yes.
15 plus 11.
That's a hit.
Yes.
Go and roll for damage.
8.
8.
Can I roll again? Can I attack it again?
Well, yeah.
18.
That's a hit.
7.
So 2 arrows, one right after the other. The snake pinned to the tree by your arrows. As it writhes for some moments, and then it goes slack, held in place by your arrows into the tree.
I will clean it, prepare it, and then I guess I'm going to watch through the sunrise.
Yes.
Okay. So when the sun starts to come up, I'll start a fire and cook it.
Okay. Might as well tell everyone it's bacon.
Mm-hmm. It's a jungle pig. So I don't know if I have enough. Do I have? Can I forage for like some other? I think for the gourmand feat, I have to have supplies. Hang on. Dishes, increase country. You can prepare and serve a meal that helps you and your allies recover the food. I probably can't. Well, is there anything else to forage to make a meal of it?
You'll use your proficiency bonus.
So I get double it because I'm a gourmand.
Yes.
So is that just double it? So 8 plus 8. Oh geez, 11.
11. Okay. You're able to find there is a plant that kind of has a bitter taste to it that would go good with this quality of meat.
Mm-hmm.
So rubbing that on there, and then starting a small fire and cooking it on rocks.
Yep.
Because you lack your
Anything
mess
else?
kit.
And then find some water, and then hopefully
You're right next to water.
yeah, if hopefully a good meal will. Can I try to find some fish as well?
It's going to be difficult in the night
Oh, okay.
because
Okay.
you don't have.
So we'll do that little breakfast.
Okay.
Hopefully that makes everybody feel better. We all have.
The gourmand bonus.
Yep.
Temporary hit die.
2 additional hit die, and advantage on con saves versus disease.
Nice.
Excellent. Oh, I forgot to put that back in.
Thanks, Chef.
Thanks, Master Chef.
Oh no.
Isn't this better?
Master Chef Ithon edition.
And to think we were in prison not but 10 hours ago.
Right.
I'd say that things are looking up.
So
Nothing was wrong. in prison. I didn't get injured. Nothing happened.
How did you get so wet? That's what I still am trying to figure out.
wait. Oh no, you don't have prestidigitation
All I did.
because you can remove. I think you can dry off.
myself off.
Yeah, there you go. It doesn't take long at all when you got magic backing you up. You could start your own like laundering business.
Yeah.
With just prestidigitation.
I did look. It's not the first time that a woman's been mad at me. This is a familiar feeling. I'll just continue to do my best.
Yep, that's all you can do.
So lead the way, Benjen. You said you know where the skeleton forest is.
Yep. But no, it's technically the jungle of scales, and we're making much better time than I thought.
Indeed, you are.
Yep.
So
I draw a map out. Blah blah blah. Describe it.
the taste of the snake isn't unpleasant. It's not.
Even Benjen's like,
There's no seasoning. Yeah,
Yeah.
no seasoning on you. It's just very cooked
There's some herb that he put in with.
I'll admit this is not my best meal, but it's what I had.
But
I
it
will
is-
say that I didn't see the imp Amber, Riven. What
So
wa-
after eating some of the snake, I realized that I want some other better tasting food. So I want to keep an eye open for something to kill on the way.
Hey, Riven, where are you? How are you wearing the necklace around your neck?
Yeah.
Is that one open?
Do you?
No, I don't keep it out in the open
Okay,
until I want to use it.
okay. I guess we would have all forgotten about it.
Yeah. It's been a while.
I mean, she's told us that that's what it was, or what's his name did, but
Evendur.
we don't assume
I didn't think
she's.
she'll put it on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
surely they wouldn't have done that. Yep.
So, heading off through the day, you do keep your eye out. You are able to find like birds that that Benjen particularly knows taste good, and are able to get 2 of those.
The
And
carpet just cuts to the right. Just
Yeah.
it's like on your way. There's wildlife everywhere over this jungle.
So knowing that they can take care of that, I want to look for some kind of trees or like a yam bush or something in the
Sure.
jungle.
There are like naturally growing like giant papaya trees.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna have a good lunch at some point.
Yeah. So Benjen is able to point out the obvious large fruit trees that there are, and
We got some coconut water. It's gonna be great.
it's going to be really delicious.
Like Benjen's genuinely like, this is not bad, guys. This is great.
We should have been doing
Yeah.
this for our foraging business. So
I'm
Yeah.
finding like some mango wood to make a spatula. It's gonna be great. I won't spend the full hour preparing it though, because we won't have to. I won't have to, but
sure.
we want to, kind of make the, try to make Martha like me again by feeding her well.
About like halfway through the afternoon and into the evening, where you'll probably have to start looking for things, a place to sleep. You fly over an area that there's several like wood smoke fires that are coming up from different like campfires that are in this jungle, and you see those, and it's not anything that's out of control or anything. It appears to be wood smoke from like campfires.
how many smoke?
You can see about 8 different things coming up from inside the jungle.
Do we know what occupies the jungle?
You do know that there were some type of lizard creatures that occupied the area. There's also tribes of orcs that roam, but mostly they come from like caves and come out into the jungle from their caves.
Okay.
So we should fly around this.
Yeah, for sure.
So avoiding the smoke.
Yes.
Ultimately, Riven's
Riven
in.
doesn't want to.
Oh, Riven controls the
I
carpet.
saw
So.
this idea that, like, especially remembering the lizard man, like thinking that they might want to be on our side.
They were constantly attacking Ithon, but you didn't think that was more of an allegiance thing. more of a feral
Yeah.
attacking civilization thing.
They're not civilized creatures. That we
But they're pretty big and muscular.
This is true. Those are two things that Riven was looking for before you left. So, do you want to go near the campfires?
You control the
I
carpet,
just
so.
want to like fly above, like to where I can see if that's who it is.
Riven, where are we going? I thought we were going around.
So, Riven goes over in the area, and from above, you see nearing where these different fires are coming up, you see stonework that has long been overgrown by the jungle. And it looks like this bustling civilization beneath you, where imagine like discovering Chichen Itza for the first time inside the middle of a jungle. Like there is a large like pyramid-looking structure that has steps going up to the top with vines and overgrowth and trees that are growing out of the rock. And whatever this was here, you're certain was not created by the current inhabitants. Who you see people who look like giant snakes walking around. Also, what appear to be people walking around amongst these snakes. Like they look like humans who are also moving around in this large area. But they all appear to be serpent-based, except for the humans who are working with them.
What are we doing? Why are we flying up here? I thought we were flying around this. Yes.
Those don't look like lizard men.
Riven, we're flying around the city. What are we doing? Why are we in the air? They can see us.
You're pretty high up. You feel confident you're out of the threat range.
Martha's paranoid.
I would bet.
Yes. Yeah.
I would be paranoid.
Yeah.
Giant snakes.
And so clairvoyant, you know, did for me, right?
Clairvoyance would help you if you're seeing through a wall. I need to look at that spell again if that's something you're interested in doing.
Yeah, I don't think, because I was wondering if it would give me any kind of insight. Like, what any of that's all about.
Sure.
So I don't think it does. I think it's just, you can use the chosen sense through the sensors if you were in its space.
You can look up, you can cast it up to a mile away.
So
You can definitely cast it down there and you can see or hear
up
through
close.
it.
Okay. I got you. So I would like to do that. I'd like to, but I have to speak their language. Well, okay, whatever. I'm gonna cast it anyways. And just see what I can hear.
Oh, you only want to hear things. You don't want to see things. You have to choose either seeing or hearing.
Yeah, because if I see it, I can't.
That's
hear
true.
it.
So, you do hear these creatures speaking to one another in common, and the basic gist of what you're gathering, they appear to be going about their day-to-day activities. Like they don't sound like. For example,
what did Lasira say we should do next? Well, she was working up on the Thai tower, and she said that we need to move the food supplies into the new retaining unit so that we can bring in the nestlings and herd them off. Well, what am I supposed to...
like it's just regular conversation amongst these creatures that are down there.
Bill forgot the milk.
Yes, so you hear that going on beneath you with these large snake-like people.
Riven, why are we still in the air?
Oh, did you want to go join them on the ground?
Riven, you can't actually hear what they're saying to you unless you pull out of the clairvoyance. You hear what's going on the ground.
I want to say to them,
Shake her. Are you okay? Are you okay? Riven.
She can see you, so you're like making gestures to her. She can see you doing that. She's hearing everything that's going on down there.
I think she's gone mute.
Can I give him the thumbs up?
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
So, are we pointing down? Are we going around? Like, I mean, are we moving around? Around. Benjen, can you talk to her? She's not.
She's not going to listen to us when she's like this. She goes into this trance. I don't even know what she's doing. I think the best thing to do is just wait for her.
Well, we're out in the open.
We've got to be 400 or 500 yards above these people.
So you're saying no one would be able to see us.
Well, they won't be able to shoot us.
So then imagine do you see all these campfires? There's at least 8 people down there.
We're still 4 days at least from the jungle. It'll be fine.
Do you know if these guys are part of the kingdom?
But there's no way that the kingdom is this large. The kingdom is fallen.
The kingdom is. What are you talking about fallen? Those people that were working for the league are definitely with the kingdom, so it has definitely not fallen yet, Benjen. Stop lying to me.
We should already be in the free cities, if not right on the border.
How do you know? Is there a map that says that we are? The border could have changed the past 3 years.
Yes, it might have.
So
It might have. But I'm telling you, these aren't tax-paying citizens of the crown.
how do you know? How do you know?
Martha, do you think that these look like tax-paying citizens of the crown?
I've never seen these creatures before, so
But
you don't know. No, we didn't see robot men.
And the robot men were not tax-paying citizens of the crown,
I know,
were they?
but maybe they came up with snake people to fight the robot men.
Well, why don't we go down there and ask to see their papers? Martha, we are fine.
Is there any flags? I'm looking for any flags now. I'm seeing any banners.
You're pretty high up. You don't
Anything.
see any banners.
This woman's gonna die of worry.
Riven, you keep listening.
Anything?
It appears to be like Riven would get bored of the conversation pretty quickly. They're talking about what they're going to eat later in the day.
Normal day-to-day stuff, and I would come out of my trance and relay what I saw and what I heard to Benjen and Martha and tell them that I think we should actually go see about joining up with bringing a couple of these guys on.
Wait, joining snake people?
Well, I don't think that's a good idea.
Joining.
Do I know anything about snake people?
Only that during the war, you had there was one time when you had got separated from your group, and it was because when you were trying to go through the flank of the enemy forces, your group ran into this group of snake-like people who came out of nowhere and started like grabbing people and pulling them down into like holes. So you lost a few men, but fought your way through them.
Listen, Riven, I've only had experience with these men once before, and they're not nice. They don't take kindly to outsiders, and we're all outsiders.
I don't think I took kindly to outsiders.
It's taken years for us to develop a friendship.
So you think that we're going to be okay, just the 3 of us traveling, with no other armor, no other weapon?
So then Martha says, "You come with the plan, and Riven, we'll follow your plan. Let's see how well your plan goes. If you said my prison plan was so bad."
Martha.
Okay, keep in mind that you're on my carpet. So I'm going to fly down there if that's what you said.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, you begin
Martha folds her hand.
descending.
I let go. I'm levitating.
Benjen is levitating up above all of you as you lower yourselves.
Oh, I'll do some like judo move outside of your grasp. Oh wait, I'm not gonna go see those men. We are going to retrieve the treasure, and we're gonna buy a beach house south of the Elengarth Vale.
Tieflings don't like beach houses.
You can live in the basement, for crying out loud. What do you want to? Where do you want to live?
As you're floating away.
Yeah, it's like the Doppler effect. Yeah.
So are you going to go down without Benjen?
I want to try to bring him. I want to try to wrap my tail around back there until we
No.
grab his leg.
All right, I'll need you to roll a grapple check. So it'll be strength versus either his acrobatics or athletics to get around. So yours is an athletics check.
No, hers is an athletics. Yeah, athletics. So mine's a.
Nat 20.
What'd you roll?
Not too low.
17.
17 is less than 20.
Okay, within the next 6 seconds, I would like to break her grass.
So, yeah, you begin pulling him down, and he is going to be fighting you the entire way down. So I will say that about halfway down, he has gotten out of your grasp so many times that you either need to make a decision to either leave him or to take him, because your efforts to bring him are, it's not going to be a good experience for either of you when you get down there and you're fighting with each other.
Martha's just gonna fold her arms and be bad enough and just gonna
Pout.
gonna say, we're gonna see what happens. I said
Fine.
these guys-
You pick where we're going to
Yeah,
eat.
yeah.
So I decided that maybe it's okay for him to just levitate up in the air.
Yeah.
It goes badly like really quickly.
I freaking Iron Man out.
So he can go up or down, and he goes up. So you lower yourself down towards this area, and no one has apparently spotted you. You are about 200 feet above them now. Would you like to? How do you want to approach these creatures?
Is there one that's like off by himself?
Yes, you're able to see from where you are that there is. There are several that are like out on their own doing things.
I had explained to her what a Yuan-Ti looks like.
So
Did you not watch Critical Role last week?
you see like
working with the kingdom, I already know.
like 6 foot tall, like
They're the vanguard.
like instead of a human head, you see a snake head that is as big as a human's head. Many of them have like most of their body is humanoid, but they have that snake head. Then there are these large, like 15-foot long, giant snake people with arms that are coming out, and they're wearing like armor, and they have swords with scabbards, and there are some.
They all know kung fu.
Yeah.
And
And you have snake breath from breakfast.
and oh gosh.
Oh, that's not good.
And there are a couple that look completely human from where you were. Like they look like just like humans.
From where you are, though, that's it. When you get closer, they will not just look like humans, Amber.
So the humans just look like humans, but the snake human ones have scales that are around them.
They have tails?
The 15
Only the 15-foot ones do.
Yeah, the lower body is snake.
200,
Yeah.
180, 160.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Martha is just crossing like. You decided we're gonna.
You don't even metagame. It's like, do you want to go to the gargantuan snake folk? No, I do
Is
not.
that one of the 15-foot ones by themselves?
There is one off by themselves, but they're on top of the ziggurat that's in the middle of the,
Eating people.
Like it's up there on top, and it looks like it is preparing something. Like it's drawing symbols in the ground and
On the chest of it.
Does Martha see? Does this look at seal?
That's hilarious.
Make a religion check. But yeah, what do you want to do, Riven?
Is this like a seal?
I think I want to approach that way.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
8.
From where you are, it could be a seal.
It does. It looks like a Alaskan seal.
Yeah, it's pure
Eats
white.
fish. Yeah.
He's doing a really good job. Like there's shading, everything.
Oh, yeah. He's
No.
got some hash.
From where you are, it looks like it could be a seal.
He took APR.
So, Riven, you approach him, and do you say something? He has not looked up to see you. It has not looked up to see you. You don't know if it's male or female.
Yeah, I want to. Is there any kind of fire or anything around him?
There is one brazier that is near him that looks like it has some type of oil underneath it that is producing this constant flame. But
I want to just like flicker that a little bit.
All right.
And then I just want to say, do not be alarmed. Like, well, that's when you can hear me.
Okay. So the flame next to him kind of like sputters and then comes back to life, and he looks up at it, and then suddenly hears "Do not be alarmed," and he looks up at you, and his lidless serpent eyes focus on you and the carpet and Badma, who are sitting on the carpet, and his face kind of draws back. How high up are you from him? He's like a 15-foot long creature.
I know it's thaumaturgy is a range.
Close enough to where he can hear me. Shout out.
Yeah, thaumaturgy I think has a range of 30 feet.
Yeah, I'll look it up real quick.
Could be 60.
I think it's 60.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 60 feet.
Minimum 60. Minimum 60.
So yeah, he looks up.
And to what do we owe this pleasure that you are here, coming down from the sky to visit us, fleshling?
Mostly curiosity, but also a little bit of education, and some potential for job opportunities.
Well, why don't you come down and stand so that we might address each other face to face?
Well, that sounds like a good idea, but I'm not too familiar with your kind. Is there a way that we can just continue having a conversation in front of the park?
Certainly, but I think it would be a good idea for you to come down.
I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
What are you gonna do, Riven? Still crossing my hand.
A wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
This is where you lie, Amber.
Natural 30. Natural 30. Natural 30.
This is a. Where's my wisdom? Oh, it's a 12.
All right, so you lower the carpet down.
Wait.
30 feet.
Oh, 30 feet. Yeah.
Thaumaturgy's 30
Oh,
feet.
thaumaturgy is 30 feet. So you lower the carpet.
He could strike you at 30 feet, man.
You lower down and land on the surface.
Wait, what?
Martha, be panicking. Yeah, you
I bet I
lowered
don't
it.
even see him.
No.
I mean,
So
this is a heavy canopy.
You can see them for sure, but you don't see everything else around them on the ground. So he casts suggestion on you, and you pursued the course to the best of your ability. So now that you are on the ground, the suggestion spell ends, and he says,
So, I've never seen a devil before. What is it that you would like from this the Yanti?
Maybe she hasn't seen a picture of a Yanti before, Benji.
so he hasn't
Amber, this is bad.
attacked you yet. But now that you are there, you are feeling uncomfortable with who's in charge of the situation.
Yeah, very uncomfortable with this whole thing. So I try to explain to him, I'm not a devil. I'm a part devil.
Demon.
And I have business for
What
you
does that
people
have to-
that I'd like to get to have a conversation with you about that.
Well, there is some business that we would also like to conduct with you. What do you have in mind?
I'd like to ask what it is you're doing up here.
Oh, this was a preparation that we are getting ready for Mershulk.
Who is Marshall?
Mershulk is the master of the pit. And they are needing us to provide them with certain sustenances.
Where should we wait. We should.
I actually have
We'll have your number.
many other people here that I can help food items for you for your sustenance.
These small snakes.
You are absolutely correct that you have brought sustenance with you.
And he's going to strike at you. And it's a 23 to hit. I think that hits.
Oh, Riven, you saw the picture, right? The picture of Yanti?
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it. I'm sure she Google image searched it as soon as you said it.
Sorry, Martha / Batman. I immediately used Vexing Escape.
That
Only works for her.
only works for you, but he was going for you. So it would have been 6 damage. Do you still you negate all damage, right?
Yeah, it reduces damage taken to 0.
And
And
you
I for up to 60 feet.
okay? Are you teleporting into the air and having your carpet come after you?
Yes.
So Bama suddenly.
From Benjen.
This snake whips around with lightning speed, and its body comes over in the area, and where Riven would have been, it completely encompasses the area where it would have grabbed her and constricted her. So you are next to this snake on the carpet. What are you doing? It is your turn.
Wait, next to the snakes.
You have a giant snake next to you.
okay.
You're on the carpet.
Oh, did the carpet not go with Riven?
No, it didn't teleport with her.
Oh, where'd she go?
She teleported into the air.
Can she fly?
She can't fly.
Holy crap.
So she's on her turn going to summon the carpet to go after. This is all happening really quickly. The snake just struck, Riven disappeared and left behind kind of like a sulfurish smell in the air. And you're on the carpet and you're there and the snake's in front of you. This is all happening
I draw both my weapons.
well, you didn't have them already out.
Should our arms
You
crossed?
got my arm crossed.
Oh, that's right.
But I did pick up
Dual fighting.
dual fighting, so I can draw both weapons at the same time.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast silent on myself,
Okay.
so there's gonna be no sound.
There's no sound around you. That's probably a good idea.
And then I substitute them, so I'll have, let's see,
That was an action.
action, and I'm ready for what happens next.
All right, Riven. You come out of the spell, have apparated into the air, and begin falling towards the ground. And you summoning the carpet towards you.
Yes.
Okay. The carpet does take a second to respond because it has a large snake on top of it. But after a while, it pulls itself free, and where it would have been catching you far above the ground, it just barely catches you as you hit, as you're about to hit, and Martha is on there with it, and she kind of has fallen over and is holding
Oh,
on.
there's a snake on it too, or no?
No, it pulled out from underneath the snake. So, Martha, trying her best. Go ahead, actually make a dexterity saving throw. to avoid falling off the carpet as it speeds away from under
I
your
don't know.
feet.
It's better just to
Arthur, here. What up? What?
bring on
Arthur, come on.
because I wouldn't expect the carpet to just run from under me. So I'll roll it disadvantage on purpose
Okay.
because I would not expect it. I have 2 swords out.
This is
already.
happening really
Yes,
quick.
Yes. Dex, right?
Yes.
So that would be 13.
13 is enough to stay, but you do fall prone onto the carpet and Riven lands on top of you as the carpet grabs you and begins flying away. Are you moving away like as far away as you can, or are you staying in the area, Riven?
Oh yeah, I'm going back to where Benjen is.
Okay. So double move and you fly away, and the snake, you can just hear it laughing as you are
You can't
flying away.
hear it laugh.
Oh, you can't because it's silent. That's right. It certainly is. So, Benjen, you see this giant snake strike at them, and then they suddenly are flying up towards you. Somehow got away.
So when they get up there, so how did it go?
I told her. She didn't listen. I knew it, see?
Amber?
So what had happened was,
They wanted to eat us.
it didn't go quite as good as I thought it might.
Well, now you live and learn, now we know.
See, now her plan failed too, so now it's your turn to fail on your plan.
My plan has not failed, and we ate very well this morning. We just need to find a place to eat lunch, and we're gonna do quite well. I just...
To be fair, no one was harmed in my plan. I didn't bravely kill dozens and dozens of people while trying to open cells.
That's very true. We were both imprisoned and almost
But I
died.
think the weighing of the how many people I freed and how many people I killed.
Freed from this life.
I freed over 1,000 people from their life. They were not prisoners, or they're either dead or free from their cell.
Yeah.
These are all good points. So
I blew up a ship like 3 days ago, so I blew,
Oh no, it took a week, I
Okay.
thought. A 10-day to get
2
down
weeks
here.
ago I killed over 200 people from blowing up a plane. So I'm in the positive, saving to.
So, you continue on your way through the jungle.
And so I'm like, Riven, sure you don't want to go back there? You had a great chance of talking to these snake people that we said was bad. So
Keep it up, Martha. I'm gonna kick you off my car.
So,
and I changed the bad one.
the rest of the day, it's an awkward
Total
silence.
silence. Typical road trip.
And yeah, it gets towards evening. You are able to find a place to camp. The rest of the journey you spend. I'm assuming you would avoid interaction with random things in the jungle.
Yeah.
No, totally no, Riven.
Way to go, Amber!
Every so often, Martha says, "Oh yeah, you want to talk to that thing over there? That looks super not dangerous over there, right?"
If ever there was a moment that I really wish I had my saddle, that moment was now.
I take the chance to try to get us all together on a common enemy and thinking about all the ways. Like, what would you do first to what was that dwarf that Ruby played? What was his name? Sai. How would you kill Sai first?
Who is that?
Yeah.
That was a half.
Oh, he was no. Who was the dwarf that took the Modron and the ship?
Oh.
Starts with a D, didn't it?
Because that's where
Dimitri.
Dimitri. That's where the saddle is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saddles on the airship with Dimitri. So you spend the rest of the time moving through the jungle. Do you have a map?
Yeah.
Making excellent time.
We're
flying
definitely
over
out of
everything.
the kingdom, Martha.
Yes.
Are you sure? There's a signpost. Oh,
There's
I still
a-
don't see a signpost saying we're out of the kingdom. I saw snake people earlier. Or a couple days
For an
ago.
old woman, you're very negative. You're very passive aggressive.
It happens with your old age.
Yeah.
22-year-old, yes. Super passive.
But due to your advantage of having height and being able to take your time when needed, you're able to find secluded places where you aren't noticed. And at the start of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at the start of the 6th day, where the the jungle beneath you is just sprawling, is vines overgrowing everything, large canopies over everything. You see off in the distance, as soon as you get up from your place and start moving off for maybe about an hour or two, you begin seeing where the forest has a massive clearing in the middle of it, and get the sense that you are approaching the area where Benjen had his vision. There is a visible difference in the vegetation, where everything is green and lush and has multicolored flowers and fauna that are growing over the top of the canopy and everything. You just see like an ashen gray and black spreading off in the distance before you. Not as far as the eye can see, but there is a relatively large clearing that's probably about a mile in radius.
And this is better than that city? I thought these are already dead people.
I will say, you gotta admit that it smells better.
Are you sure?
Yes, I just got my boots to stop smelling like human waste.
So, flying off into this area, how do you want to approach? What is the plan of action here?
I looked to the...
Yep. So where's the pond?
Do we hear any noises?
Where there are normally like jungle noises of animals and birds and everything, it is an eerie silence that is permeating the area.
What do I see the pond that the chest was in? And then where was the chest and the sword? Where was the chest and the sword in my dream?
The sword was embedded in a skeleton in the middle of, well, not in the middle, but somewhere in this field ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't recognize the spot immediately, so it'll take some searching. However, the pond is off in the distance. There are maybe 3 different places where you could have had that vision about in the area, where there's a waterfall and it's going to this small pond area.
Yeah. Do we see any life?
You see unlife. You see...
Can somebody do an Arcana check this high up?
You'd need to get closer to check.
So you see walking skeletons around?
You do see skeletons that are up and walking around amongst the bones. Now that you get nearer,
I didn't see this in my dream, I'll be honest.
Are these better than flesh humans that we can cut? Because I don't know how to kill skeletons. Do you?
That's a fair observation. I will say that no, it is not better.
wait, what'd you say, Riven?
I have that same eerie feeling that I've had once before, so I'd like to cast See Invisibility.
Ooh.
Okay, you cast See Invisibility, and
Spectros everywhere.
For real.
you do see that there are these ghost-like apparitions that are floating around in the area above the field of battle and death beneath you.
Do they look like human?
They look like what humans would have looked like in the moment of their death. So there are some that have like parts of their face are missing, and like you haven't gotten super close because you're staying pretty high up, but you do see that they're like missing limbs and they are like hovering over the ground.
Like 13 ghosts.
Is that a movie?
Yep.
Oh.
Are they... Alright, so where's the first pond?
The first pond is I mean, there are 3 that are relatively in the same area, and they're all equidistant to you.
Okay. Well, it was my plan. I'd like you to stay here. I'm gonna go search the pond. If I get in trouble, I'll let you know. And I drop and go down to the first pond.
All right, levitating down. So the ponds themselves are maybe 100 or so feet into the jungle from where this death and decay area starts. It's still completely silent, which is off-putting being here.
Yep.
And you lower down and see in the pool beneath you a very familiar sight. You see where there is recent, how do I put this? It looks like 2 people had made love on the banks of this river area, and the grass is flattened, and it has brought you back to your memory of being with a priestess of Sune.
I blush.
So,
And I think to myself, well, that's a good sign. This has got to be the right pond.
looking into the water, you can see at the depths this massive chest that is sitting at the bottom of the pond, and it is still there.
Should we just let him sit on there by himself?
I drop down and I go to get it.
Okay. You jump in the water?
Can we see through?
Wait. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I mean, you can see him. If he said, I'm going down and don't come with me, but you could easily ignore him because, I mean, that's sort of what Riven would do.
So I go in the water.
Okay. You jump into the water.
Well, I mean, I just levitate down into it
It,
and then drop.
Sure. Yeah, you would be in control of your depth at that point. Wait, levitation. Would it work in reverse?
What do you mean?
Would it work? Would you be able to levitate down into water, or does it buoy you up?
Oh, I turn off the boots.
Oh, okay.
You just sink.
yeah.
So yeah, you go into the water, and it's very warm water. Like it's a very
It's just a
comfortable.
bath. It's just a bath.
It's a
just
very
a bath.
comfortable
It's just
feeling.
a bath.
It's not water. It's
Acid blood.
acid ooze.
Yeah.
Moving
so
down into the depths, you swim lower and lower to the chest, and try to get it, like, to heft it. It's solid. It's weighted there at the bottom, so you have to swim back up to the surface and get your breath if you want to go back down and try and open it.
Yep, I do.
Okay. I need you to make a strength check.
Do we see anything at all moving like towards him? Or?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'll be looking too.
Natural 20. Natural 20, dude.
Strength
I've
check.
rolled so crappy.
18.
Plus 6.
18.
Oh, Benji, screw you and your rolls, buddy. That right there is the winning lotto number. I may not have $1.6 billion, but I have whatever's in that chest in this fake world of ours.
It's nothing.
Yes, exactly. It's I pick up a body of myself. Yeah. It's terrible. Now what, Benji?
So you swim back down to the
The
bottom
whole
of
chest.
the water.
Whole chest comes up. I give it one more.
It was just stuck in the mud.
What happens, Benji?
You,
Turn on the boots.
you go down, and
Natural 20.
pulling
So what did
on
we
the
chance?
chest, the top of the lid breaks off of the chest, and there's like a bubble of air that releases from inside the chest, and you kind of scoot back away from it and look into it. The water's extremely clear. It's just fresh water, and you see just it's completely filled with platinum and gold, and there are different jewels that are in there that are just resting at the bottom of this thing. The bubble itself kind of moved and shifted things away. You can see underneath some of the gold there is what looks to be kind of like a polished round surface that's underneath it, and that is what you see. Riven, from where you are looking into the water, and Martha, what were your guys' rolls for perception?
18.
18.
18. Okay, so you see this, like you see kind of like the blurry form of Benjen underneath the water, and there's this large air bubble that is released that pops on the surface and kind of like rumbles it. And you see coming from behind him these strange-looking tendrils begin raking their way towards him that he has not yet noticed. And we will pick up there next week on Dungeons and Dragons.